Whenever
you
you're
wake
thinking
up,
about
you
it,
brush your teeth, you send Dynasty trades. Like,
Yes.
that's what your day should look like. And
Yeah.
if it doesn't, you're doing something wrong.
Did you know the best strategy in Dynasty is to sell a player as soon as they produce?
That's sarcasm. Depends on how you define a good Dynasty team. And that can be subjective, but to us, good means you win money because money is cool. Why the heck else would you get in these leagues with a buy-in if you didn't want to win the entire league and take people's money? A team that can compete for 2 or 3 years, that's what makes a good Dynasty roster. That's what you're just donating your buy-in if you're just in a perpetual rebuild. I'm a genius, dude.
I know.
It's if you let what you think about a player override value, thinking strategically, it's going to kill you.
Look beyond your opinion of a player and look at the market value. If someone has fallen 2 rounds, take them. Yeah, and I think that's really what we're saying. It often behooves you to down tier for more points instead of down tiering for depth.
Are you like doing
And
like an
that's
SAT
something that we
words
really
thing? Because you keep saying usurp and behooves.
I'm sorry. I've never said behoove.
Like, what's the app on your phone where you like learn new words?
Well, that's what I've been doing this
Yeah.
entire time. I'm like, I've been thesaurussing all of
When you
this,
see
so-
Nathan sitting in thought, he's like, what word am I going to use when it gets to me? Go ahead.
No, but
Chris, I love him, Olave.
Yeah.
Chris Olave, I love him. Yeah, Drake, I love him, London.
Not somebody that we did a prospect video before the draft. Not somebody that I watched film on. Did you watch film on him?
I did.
Yeah, whatever. Did you watch film on him?
I did.
Okay, everybody watched film but me.
Market value fluctuates week to week in Dynasty. And the funny thing is, it actually happens more in the offseason than it does during the actual season when things are going on. Because
crazy.
Dynasty players get bored.
Just we get bored.
That's why we play Dynasty.
Yep. There are a couple guys in Dynasty that you really can't say anything about without getting completely trash for. No. But buy Tony Pollard now while he's going in the 5th round, so next year you can make sure you brag about it when he's going in the 11th. If you really want to buy into high-producing running backs, why not do the running backs that have already fallen because of the age? There's zero chance that his value is higher next year than it is now with Tony. There's not a chance.
Please sell Tony Pollard. Please do not draft him. Draft a young wide receiver instead.
Nick
And,
Chubb.
and if you're, some of you are gonna watch this and still draft him anyways, and you're hopeless. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be playing Dynasty.
Oh my gosh. What is wrong with you guys? I mean, seriously. What is it about Tony Pollard that we're that excited about? You think Tony Pollard's the workhorse between the tackles back? Seriously? And now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's Cam Akers season again. And he's sliding back.
Cam Akers,
so he's going.
SZN.
You have, I kid you not, a 3rd chance to sell Cam Akers. I am pleading with you to do it now. I've never seen, and people are like, oh, I'm not so sure I'm selling Cam Akers. Why would you not? Somebody's going to get on this jersey wearing a split Tony Pollard Cam Akers jersey. Like, these guys suck.
The Bears suck. That's why they have the 1st overall pick. Yeah.
It is hilarious how much Bears fans have been flexing that they got the #1 pick. I'm like, you are flexing that you were the.
We have Justin Fields and the #1 pick. Is there a correlation there?
Because I can already tell people are watching this video and there's tears rolling down their face. They're so mad.
Subpar analysis.
Do us a huge favor. If you want these huge values, do a huge like on this huge video and make sure you huge subscribe. And that didn't make sense. What is up? What is actually up, everybody? We are talking Dynasty Fantasy Football tonight. We're going to do a rookie draft, which I just sent to our domain MotherFlockers. And then I'll send it to you guys because, we appreciate you joining us. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to do a rookie mock draft, and then we'll go through and do some team blueprints tonight. Have some fun with our domain MotherFlockers over on flockfantasy.com. But again, we're going to do a mock draft tonight. I'm looking at the mock draft right now, and it looks like we have 1 or 2 people in. So that means YouTube, you get first dibs. So I am going to copy this link. I'll send it over to you guys in the YouTube chat, and then you guys will be able to draft with us. Again, happy to have you here. Happy to be doing some Dynasty rookie mock drafts with you guys tonight. And also doing some team blueprints and hanging out. Ask any questions you want. Any questions you want, man. We're going to answer them tonight. We're going to answer as many as you can. And let's go through and answer a couple comments right now. Anna says, what's up? What's up, Anna? The video today was amazing. The editing is so polished. Shout out to Becca, who did our video. She did a great job. Hop Hopkins is here. He says, shout the fellas. Y'all keep the offseason alive. The offseason is, we are the most alive right now.
We are.
I feel
more alive in the offseason than I do during the
I could
regular
run
season.
through that wall. I'm not even kidding.
That wall
is
now
we built
it's
wall.
studs, drywall, and then wood.
The wood. I could run through it right now. Anna says the intro never gets old. It actually is pretty funny. But
Yeah.
Mystic Flame says,
enjoy
"Yo,
wallowing in our
Domain, what's up,
victory."
yo, Mystic Flame? Good to see you here, man." Let's look. I think we got 1, 2, 3 more open spots in our mock draft. Kyle, is that you? What's up?
Kyle.
I didn't know if you were coming. 3 more spots, so jump in if you want to do a rookie mock draft with us. It's going to be nice and fun. We do have a live studio audience in the form of our domain associate, Kyle. But we are going to, again, draft these rookies, see how it goes. 4 rounds. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 spots open, 3 spots open, 4 spots open. So jump in, link in the description, link in the comments. Simon says, what's going on, fellas? Good to see you, man. Good to have you here. Glad you're joining us tonight and ask any questions you got, my friend.
Yeah.
Tim says, hey, everyone. Tim, shout out to you, my friend.
Tim.
Glad you're here. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Tim. EB's here. What's up, EB? Good to see you, man. Glad you're here. Ask away. John Nerboy says, I just traded the 106 for the 112, 201, and 25 mid to late first Superflex PPR. That could work out for you. It could work out for you.
Good.
The 106, though, do keep in mind.
I mean, I like that you're still getting a late first plus the 201.
Yep.
Which are basically their value equivalent, and then you're getting a first on top of that. I think that's a fair deal. I like that you kind of
all right
essentially down.
Let's start this draft and let's see how this rookie mock draft sorts out. I've got to mute that
every
it's gonna
time.
drive me
We
nuts.
always forget.
I didn't forget this time. I just didn't want to click back on the because I have to get out of this to do it, and I've got a bunch of tabs open that I'm sharing with OBS.
Frustration.
Here it is. Okay.
Oh,
no tanks. Yeah. I know.
That's kind of cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll answer your questions during the mock draft too. So
Yeah.
ask
Matthew
anything
Rice
you
says you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Dude, thanks.
Matthew Rice, you are awesome too.
Matthew
so
Rice,
thank
I
you.
have been thinking about how awesome you are recently. Appreciate it, man. Sheefloss here says, let's go. Nice little green name there. Sheefloss, good to see you, man. Mark says, lots of Colts stuff. Guessing some Indiana guys from Evansville here. Oh, nice.
I don't really know how you could guess that we're Colts fans just because, I don't know. We tried to be as impartial as we possibly could.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, how many Colts stuff do we have here?
1, 2,
1, 2,
3,
3.
4,
and
5.
Rip Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
6. Dang.
Yeah, no, we definitely have more Colts. He's right. We're Colts fans.
I mean, we are, yeah.
Good to see you, man, fellow Hoosier. We are obviously in Indianapolis, South Side. So happy you're joining us. Happy that you are a Midwesterner like us. Midwest is the best. Yeah. Ligus, what's up, Ligus, says, would you rather have Fields or Kyler? Oh, Kyler, not even close.
Kyler by far.
By far. You traded Devontae Adams for Kyler Murray. In a Dynasty League you did?
Bruh.
Zymus, dude.
Yes.
Solid.
Yes.
My goodness.
I mean, even in a voice crack. Even in a 1 QB, I think Kyler Murray's upside is solid enough where.
What the no, Trent? What are you doing? No, I set this to rookies only. All right, hold on. We're gonna redo this. I don't know what happened there. No, please.
Oh, it does not let you redo it.
Remove. All right, Trent. There you go. You're
there
back up, man. Sorry, my bad. I don't know how you got Kyler Murray for Devontae Adams, but
yeah, good job.
Interesting one.
NK says, I don't know what I'd do without these guys, seriously.
Dude, Hop Hopkins says he's also from Evansville.
Man. Oh,
Evansville represent.
Evansvillians.
So much Evansville right now. Evansville's not a bad place. I don't like Ohio at all. But Evansville's not bad.
Evansville is actually, I've been to Evansville probably 5 times. I like it down there.
We always lost to the Evansville high schools in football.
Yeah, I've played some soccer games down there.
I don't know what I'd do without these guys, seriously. NK1, dude, we don't know what we do without you. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Ask away, buddy. Patrick, Superflex. What are you paying 24-1? Oh, I'm assuming for 101. For Lawrence, we had that in a video. What was it? The 106? Was that what it was?
Yes, I have the.
I
just closed it.
I
have it up.
I have it. 105. Pay the 105 for Trevor Lawrence right now.
Yep.
That's what we'll do. Mystic Flame says you gave AR for Rashee Rice, Mark Andrews, and 225 firsts. 12-team Superflex Star 11. Thought it was a good trade, but also have Burrow, Hurts, and Levis.
That's a good trade.
With Burrow and Hurts,
I think that's a fine trade.
Yeah.
225 firsts plus Rashee Rice, who alone is worth at least a first and a second right now. That's, That's like 3 first plus in value for Anthony Richardson. You're getting Mark Andrews on top of it. I like that deal.
I gutted my team for the neighbors in a Dunze pick. I still have Puka, Olave, and Hurts. Nice. All right. There you go. Matthew says in my 1 QB, I already acquired the first overall pick. I'm going to take MHJ.
Good.
Smart. Kind of want to trade Kincaid in one of my 225 purse for the second pick. Tight end premium, I have Laporta. So you get neighbors, Kincaid, and the first. Depends. If your team's good enough, then yeah. Because you're getting neighbors there, and neighbors is going to be...
I think that's fair value. We don't generally recommend trading up,
not.
But for that...
Dude, none of the draft
cool
settings
with
I
it.
set saved.
Seriously?
I'm dead serious. This is annoying. It didn't go to linear. Like, I set this and it
Are you
didn't.
kidding?
I'm so mad. I switched it in time, thankfully. But
Exasperation.
my gosh, I am exasperation station.
Jeez.
Right now. Yeah, it's probably fair, Matthew.
Yeah.
Be careful with trading your picks. Dynasty Realty. What's up, Dynasty Realty? Good to see you, man. I'm trying to open your... There we go. Colts have a bright future. They sure do.
Don't play with our hearts.
But don't play with our hearts. I agree with that as well. Molly Boys Fantasy Football says, would you be looking... Did Brett Favre just fall?
Stop it,
people?
Brett. Jeez.
Dude.
Brett's already fallen twice today.
Is the Saints defense in here somewhere? What would you be looking to sell for Kamara in a 10-team superflex? Is now the time to buy older running backs? It is the time to buy older running backs. How about you wait just 2 more days?
Okay, I think he's staying.
And we'll talk to you about... I don't know specifically about Kamara, but yeah, now is the time to buy older running backs. I wouldn't be selling Kamara right now. John Boy says, thank you for responding to my comment. I've been a big fan, but for not long. I've watched every video the last 3 months. Love your content. Dude, we appreciate that. Thank you so much. Absolutely.
Thanks,
comment. We will give you a shout out. You guys are... I mean, we're not, big enough to where we don't answer people's comments.
No.
You guys watch our videos. We have to... We're your buddies. That's what we got to do. That's how it should be. Gaz CS says, traded Nico for the 105 in a superflex.
I
love it.
Really like that.
Love that trade.
Yep.
Mark, Evansville has some pretty decent high school football teams. Yeah, we always played Mater Day. We always lost to Mater Day. Every year. It's what happens. I'm appalled by May at the 106. This is what's going to happen, Nathan.
Yep.
And then we're
CJ
gonna
Stroud all over again.
We're going to be trading up to get the 106.
Yeah.
Good point, Dynasty Rolls. I'm glad you... So let's go ahead and look at this. Williams, Harrison, Daniels, Neighbors, Bowers, May. Oh, my gosh. And then Adunze. And then you got Thomas and Franklin, the 2 guys, which, as you guys know, if you've watched any of our videos, those are the guys, in our opinion, they're right behind the 7. Benson, Nix, and Worthy. Benson's interesting at the 110. Although I did see franchise guy in his first mock draft had Trey Benson in the first round.
Yeah.
Is that not something? But this is also the same franchise guy that said Jahmyr Gibbs wasn't going to do squat this year.
Well, that was a mock draft with landing spots. That wasn't his mock draft. That was someone else's mock draft. It was mock draft with landing spots. So he took an article just like we do, and he did a mock draft, and he said, hey, I'll take...
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh. I did what people do in our videos and skipped ahead. So
Franchise guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did... So...
Are you sure Benson went in the first round?
But that doesn't make any sense, though, because he's determining the landing spot. So he had to have put Benson in the first round. I don't know. I think regardless of landing spot, he's not a first-round running back.
No.
So you see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Benji. Benji, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Super appreciate you, my friend. Let's answer your question here. It's a 1 QB league, and you're talking about 101, which is Marvin Harrison Jr., like you said, or DK and Higgins on a rebuild. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin.
Taking Marv? And why?
Yeah, I'm going Marv easily, personally. I really like T. Higgins' value this year. DK Metcalf is DK Metcalf. He's going to score you about 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns.
He actually was a little bit over this year. He had 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns. But again, it's the mean of
1,000
every
yards
year.
and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So I guess if you want to bring that average up to 1,100,
remember the guy that on our video was like, "Oh, you didn't clearly he didn't have 1,000. Like he didn't have anywhere close." To that
and then
last
I
year.
broke down every single year.
Yeah. So
I couldn't help it.
Marvin Harrison Jr. just having that cornerstone asset on a rebuild, I'm comfortable with that right now. I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Appreciate your super chat, my friend. Let's go to SD Edits. SD's Edits. We appreciate you, man.
Yes.
Traded the 108 for Pitts.
108 and Pitts.
Oh, and Pitts for Addison.
I like it.
I think I do too.
I'd take Addison.
I mean, Pitts is Pitts, and
yep.
Addison was a high-end wide receiver 2 this year.
Without Kirk Cousins for half the year.
Yeah, I like that trade. Curious to know what the rest of your team is like. Oh, Superflex PPR League, you did say. But I think either way, that's a good team. I think, or a good trade. I think either way, that's a good trade. So, hats off to you, my friend. Good trade. We appreciate it, man. Cooper Kupp for the 202. I'll take the 2-2 there. Right?
Yes. I'll take the 202.
Simon says, yeah, the other player's serious contender has 2 really good QB options, so he thought it may be worth it. I certainly did. Yeah, it was a fine trade. Wyatt says, y'all are the goats. If we are goats, then you're a sheep. How about that? I don't know. I was trying to come up with something. Shut up, Nathan. Emmanuel, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Baby Yoda. Like and subscribe. My favorite Dynasty channel out there. Kind and helpful bunch. Appreciate it. We try to be not only kind, but also very helpful. So I'm glad that you identify us as that. Although we're not super kind to certain fantasy football assets sometimes. We try to be, though. Mystic Flame says, somebody sent me an offer. Give Lawrence the 103 and Addison for Justin Jefferson. Tell him at a second. In a Superflex league, this isn't even close for me. I'm taking Lawrence in the 103 and Addison there. Not even close. Not even relatively close. And
yeah,
I don't know. I like Jefferson. I don't know the last time I said that about a Jefferson trade.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Are you getting that side? If you're getting that side, you're taking that right now. In a Superflex league, 12-team Superflex start 11. If you're getting the package side, you're going in pressing accept. I don't care about a second-round pick.
Yeah.
You got to. Matthew Rice says, thank you. You're welcome, buddy. Appreciate it. 69 people watching. Nice.
Nice.
Kobe says, trade is pending, but Lee May offered me Puka, Gabe Davis, and the 212 for Rashee Rice in my 20. Yes. Yes. What?
Jeez.
Dude. Kobe,
Let's
congratulations,
go,
dude. That's awesome.
Dude. I mean, I really like Rashee Rice, but the Dynasty market's making it really hard right now.
It's making it really hard.
Like, really, really
I
difficult.
agree with you. Captain Kanga Rouch says, what are you willing to sell Christian McCaffrey for in a 12-team Superflex half PPR start 13? Superflex 12-team. So this is our stuff. Selling Christian McCaffrey.
I honestly, this doesn't really, in a start 13 depth, the settings don't really change anything for me because half PPR applies to everyone. So
Christian McCaffrey, anything like 104 or higher, is what we go for.
Yep.
Yeah. We did get a super chat from somebody down here, so let me scroll down. This is from Jay Perocco. Dude, good to see you, man. Thanks for your super chat.
What's up?
Appreciate you joining us tonight. I see a lot of real NFL mock drafts having 4 quarterbacks at in the first round. No, I think it will happen. So
the 4 would be Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and Bo Nix is people's 4th.
Yeah. Is 108 Superflex the pick to buy when people realize the value will skyrocket? It could be, actually, because if you do have those 4 first-round quarterbacks, that means you're going to get one of those first-round quarterbacks at the 108. And right now, there's a very significant teardrop in value from the 107 rookie pick to the 108 rookie pick. So in my opinion, you need to be going and buying that rookie 108 if people are really just writing it off. Now, there's some people that still look at it as a first-round pick, and that's it. And with that kind of person, then you may not get a discount. For the people that are going to give you a discount, you do need to buy. What else do you have to say about that?
Yeah, the only risk is if that teardrop between the 107, 108, and 108 were to stay, it would be because one of the guys in the 1 to 7 lockdown range gets a really bad landing spot. Like if Rome Odunze goes to, like the Falcons or something, or if Rome Odunze goes, even to the Giants, like I would not be super thrilled about that because that would mean they wouldn't be drafting a quarterback. So like one of those things, then you could see someone falling. Like last year, a lot of people didn't like Zay Flowers' landing spot or Addison's landing spot. It really depended on who you talked to, and those guys fell like 109 to 112 range. That could be where your teardrop is still. But I like the idea of you looking ahead and seeing the possibility of that 108 increasing in value. One smart thing is once we get to combine time, the NFL draft isn't when the combine is. When the combine happens and you get a lot of combine hype, I think the 108 will become more valuable. So
yeah, totally agree. Great question. I think there is a ceiling of 5 quarterbacks in the first round and a floor of 3. So Bo Nix and Michael Penix are really the wild cards. They could go in the first round. I could see both of them.
Technically a ceiling of 6 with McCarthy. I do not realistically see that happening. I'm not sold on McCarthy at all.
Kyle,
I agree with you.
Is JJ McCarthy a first round quarterback?
Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right.
That
solidifies my opinion.
Yeah, we're good. All right, Jay Broco, appreciate you, man. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for your support. Love having you on here. Love having you part of the community. Edgar, appreciate your super chat. Let's go to Edgar's question. You have Travis Etienne. What good wide receivers? Oh, this is a great question.
Good
Love
question.
this question.
We just talked about this because in our most recent startup mock draft that we did, Etienne was one of really your core 5 wide receivers that went in the first 4 rounds. And after that, there's a huge running back teardrop after the 5th running back off the board. It's crazy. And then from like around 7 to 12, there's a ton of running backs that go off the board.
You can it's keep trade cut. The trade calculator sucks, but if you put Travis Etienne in a mid-second on keep trade cut, AJ Brown, the 104, Trevor Lawrence, the 105, and Kyler Murray comes up. If you can get any of that, any of that,
I would go even a tier below that.
I would still take the 106. Yeah,
still.
Yeah. But like, let's look at the Flock trade calculator. Let's look at. And like I said, flockfantasy.com/domain if you want to sign up and join our crew over there. But now we have a trade finder, which I really like.
Domain.
So let's do Etienne. Use code domain.
Domain.
Etienne. Yeah, use code domain.
Yep.
Why won't it let me add
Etienne, value equivalent to a JSN, a T. Higgins. I would take JSN over him. I would take actually T. Higgins over him. Drake London, Tank Dell, Michael Pittman. Kyron Williams and Etienne are going to be very close together.
If you can get the 104 or higher straight up for Etienne.
Please.
Oh, that's what his second part of the question was. I should freaking read. Should I go for the 104, 106 in this year's draft? Yes, you should.
Yep.
You absolutely should do that. Try 104. If you can do a second and get the 104, I love that one. I think you're smart for trying to sell him. Yeah. And so does Nathan. Nathan, like,
I'm
gonna Travis Etienne and throws darts at it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go into more in-depth statistical research on the efficiency or lack thereof with Travis Etienne over the last couple of years, and I'm going into the research a little bit biased, assuming that I'm not going to like what I see. I've done research before and come out the other end and basically said, like, hey, I think completely opposite of what I assumed going into it. I think Travis Etienne is a huge sell at the moment. So, yeah, we'll probably have a video about it at some point in a sells video. So,
yeah. Edgar, appreciate your super chat. Thank you so much. Captain Kanga Roach says, thanks for answering the CMC question. You're welcome, dude. Anytime you got a question, just drop by and ask it, dude. We're here to answer you guys' question. So appreciate all you guys. Thanks for your support. Thanks for supporting the channel, guys. Appreciate it. Can't do this without you guys, and we also do it for you guys, so it works out really well.
Sam says, I don't know who, he just says, everyone welcome Joe to the live stream. Hi, Joe.
Wow.
So, Sam.
Okay.
Do you mind telling us which Joe you're referring to?
Yeah, I'm not sure who Joe is. Sam, are you allowed to be on your phone in the Dungeons and Dragons universe? Yeah. Oh, goodness. All right, this thing is freaking laggy today. Let's jump back up to the top here. Yeah,
I miss Dorky D.
I know. He's probably not going to see us tonight.
We need Dorky D.
I know. Let's go to Gavin's question up here, if I can ever freaking get it to load.
So he says 12-team Superflex 1.75. Consider, I assume that's tied in premium. Consider myself a contender. Are you trading Andrews to get Kincaid and the 207? I'm taking Kincaid over Andrews just from a market value perspective right now because that's what the market values Kincaid at the moment. Andrews being very undervalued, and that will continue throughout the offseason. Yeah, Andrews played in the AOC Championship game. It did absolutely nothing for his value because he didn't do crap. So I gotta go Kincaid here just for the value. Even if you're a contender, I think Kincaid's gonna have a good second year.
Sam said the mama one. Jake, I don't know why that's still funny to me. Jake says 12-team Superflex 110, 209, 212 for T-Law. Trevor Lawrence, please. Trevor Lawrence. What position did y'all play in high school? I played Eager Fan, and Nathan played Soccer Geek. I was a basketball player.
Yeah, he played basketball. I played soccer. He was good until he shattered his leg in 3 pieces, and I was okay.
Yeah,
I never had the offensive skill, but I was a solid defensive player.
Yeah, believe it or not, I am a basketball dude. I also, you can't tell, but I'm 6'3", so if I stood up, you'd be like, oh, he's actually much taller because I slouch and I have terrible posture. But I was a basketball build. I'm skinny, and I was really skinny in high school. Not a football build.
We play some pickup every once in a while, and I shot a fadeaway jumper in his face, and he's like 6 inches taller than me, so I was very proud.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. But who would you rather have?
You literally threw a fit about it for at least a week.
Do you really think that bothered me?
Yes.
With as many times
Yes,
as
I
I was
do.
scored on in basketball, you really think that bothered?
Yes.
Which
absolutely
would you
bother
rather have? Kincaid the 109.
If you throw another fadeaway jumper against me, I'll buy you a sandwich.
You know you're not going to get in my head, right? I'm good. I'm fine with who I am.
Yeah. Oh,
Kincaid in the
I'm fine
109
with who I am.
or Christian Watson in the 105. I'm probably taking Christian Watson in the 105 here. What do you think? I'm taking Christian Watson in the 105 here. Market value.
Yep.
Earned that 101 on 1 QB. Very bad team with no depth. Congratulations, Benji. Have DK and Higgins. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely taking that. Is there ever a situation in Superflex where you take Marvin Harrison Jr. over Caleb? Honestly, if Caleb gets the draft capital that we think he will, no. Unless you have Mahomes, Hurts, and Kyler. Maybe. But then you try to trade back. So, no.
Here's my thing with it, and it's a little bit different because there's no running backs in this year's class. But I mean, last year, Bijan Robinson over your best quarterback, and Breece Hall over your best asset, and that, like, it honestly, from a value perspective, the last couple years, it has not paid off.
Ooh. I'm going to jump down to this question real quick.
Especially in a super flex league, I'd rather take Caleb. So
Yeah. I do want to answer this question before we do some blueprints. Tyrese Halliburton or Anthony Richardson, who have a better career? I'm going Halliburton. As much as I like AR, Halliburton is ridiculous. Like, already an all-star starter. He's 23. I think you have to say Halliburton.
yeah.
Love Tyrese Halliburton, by the way. And excited for him to be back, hopefully, on Thursday.
Who do you think is more likely to win a championship?
Richardson.
Really? You go Richardson over Halliburton?
Yeah. Yeah, I think in the NFL, small market teams can win easier than in the NBA. So, Trent says if my blueprint is done, could you pull it up? No worries, if not, Fundamentals League. Yeah, no, we're still going through the new member blueprints, and we still have like 15 left. So I will get to yours, Trent, but I have not had time yet. So, all right, let's go to let's answer. Actually, I think we've gotten the comments part of this. So let's do some blueprints. Again, if you want a blueprint, and if you like blueprints and things like that, flockfantasy.com/domain. Use code domain when you sign up and choose the MotherFlocker Tier. You do those two things, and you get a team blueprint. Let's go to our first team blueprint so you can see it. This is from our guy, Quilava. Quilava joined a week, 8 days, 9 days ago, but we've enjoyed having him over there. Here's his blueprint, and we sent this to him. He obviously has a fabulous team. I'll let you do this one, but man, this team is absolutely stacked. I think some of you guys come over here to show off your teams, and it works because we are impressed sometimes. Yeah. But again, come get one of these blueprints over on the Flock and use code domain when you sign up to get a blueprint. That's how you have to get it. You have to use code domain. So you get 30% off everything. You get a free trial. You get the trade calculator. You get the rankings. You get the Discord, which is, in my opinion, the best thing. But blueprint's awesome too, and you get one-on-one advice. So, all right, first blueprint, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, a super well-rounded team overall. This is a 1 QB league, so you've got two elite quarterbacks in a 1 QB. You've got Josh Allen and Kyler Murray. I love that from a value perspective. I don't love it from a ceiling perspective. You're kind of capping your ceiling having two top 12 producing quarterbacks in fantasy in a 1 QB. So one of the first recommendations I have here is going to be in the suggestions and comments, just so you know, like, try and down tier from one of those guys. Get like a Jared Goff plus quite a bit if you're getting rid of Kyler Murray. Heck, even I don't want to say down tier from Josh Allen because he really is a 1 QB that sets you apart in a 1 QB from like any other team in that league. So I probably lean down tiering from Murray there. You got a great running back room with Montgomery, JT, Devon Achane, even Singletary on your bench, and Roschon Johnson coming up in Chicago. Ayuk, Rashee Rice, Nico Collins, great value there at the wide receiver position with T. Higgins and Jaden Reed, Marquise Brown, and Michael Wilson. The depth there is just unbelievable. I'm really, really impressed with that. And a 12-team too. Couldn't ask for much better value there. And then at the tight end position, Trey McBride, that's solid. It's not a tight end premium league. That's still a solid acquisition there with McBride and Dallas Goedert on your bench, Darren Waller. Those are safe assets to hold on to. Some of the sells that I'd have you to, or at least to explore looking to trade away, would be Nico Collins. Let's get a safer situation. It's not against Nico Collins, the player.
It's not.
And he's tied to CJ Stroud. So, Nathan, are you stupid? How unsafe is that situation? It's more unsafe because we really don't know what the Houston Texans are going to do at the wide receiver position this offseason. They have a lot of cap room. And yes, they'll probably spend a lot of that on the defensive side of the ball and the offensive line. But I think there's room for them to go out there in free agency and sign a wide receiver or draft one because they have so much draft capital and there's so much wide receiver talent this year. I think they'd be better off as an offense if they got a really good third wide receiver there.
Yep,
and that could cap Nico Collins' ceiling. We just really don't know. Not to mention Tank Dell. Then Devon Achane. Let's get consistency. I think Achane was really impressive this year. He got injured on 2 different occasions already as a rookie, just like everyone else did in Miami. His price is okay, but if you can pivot to JSN, who's being valued below him, please do that. Kyron Williams right around him, please do that. Brandon Ayuk, let's get an actual producing wide receiver one. It's nothing against Ayuk, the player. He just had a ridiculous catch in yesterday's game that, was lucky that it hit the dude in the face mask and he didn't get the interception. Ayuk ended up pulling it off and getting at the 5-yard line. But, flip him. Get A.J. Brown. We're going to get to that point this offseason. People are very low on A.J. Brown. If you have to pay Brandon Ayuk plus a little bit more, go get A.J. Brown.
I would even say Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, target Josh Downs as well. I'm a big fan of that. Overall, your positional grades from a value perspective, top of the line everywhere. 10 out of 10 at quarterback. 10 out of 10, honestly, I don't love 10 out of 10s in 1 QBs. I hope for that 7 or 8 out of 10 because I don't want you to have ridiculous depth. And then running back, wide receiver, tight end, all around great. Good draft capital. You got the 103 this year. That's probably going to be Odunze Bowers, your pick of your favorite player there. So big fan of your team here, man. You're looking pretty good overall. Next 3 years, got you reloading this year, make a few moves, and then contend for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, great team, man. Way to go building this team. Loved looking it over, and yes, you did impress us on this one. Appreciate you, Quilava. Thank you so much for joining the flock. And again, y'all, if you want a team blueprint for yourself, flockfantasy.com/domain. Use code domain and choose MotherFlocker when you sign up. Come join the community. We've got more than 120 Dynasty players over there now. We all just hang out, talk Dynasty all the time. Mock drafts, listener leagues. We're opening new leagues, new Dynasty leagues. Blueprints for our subscribers, for our MotherFlockers. Rankings, trade calculators, got the whole 9 yards. And you get content from a bunch of other great creators as well. Bunch of other great creators. So flockfantasy.com/domain and use code domain when you sign up to get a blueprint. Let's answer some questions now. Let's see. Benji. Benji says he's hesitating to take because about the one we talked about. Yeah, I get it. Would you trade Kincaid for the 105 and a 1 QB and the 105 and a 1 QB for the 102? Yes, I think I would. I think I would do that.
Yeah, because that teardrop.
It's Malik Neighbors, yes.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yep.
That 102 and 101, man, and 1 QB, I love it. I love trading up to the 102 and 1 QB, honestly. And I'm not a trade-up guy. Let's see. Traded DKAR 101, 207, 301 for Josh Allen, Devonta Smith, JS in the 107. W or L? That's a dub. That's an easy dub in my opinion.
You're getting Josh Allen.
Yeah. And Devonta JS in the first. I don't know how you did that. Addison was a wide receiver 3. Oh, yeah. Wide receiver 28. Yeah. I must have misspoke. I think that was me. My apologies. Anna asked if that's new merch. It is new merch. Look at this. It's the fleece sweatshirt from
Adidas.
Adidas.
Adidas
sweatshirt. The merch is linked on our page if you guys want merch. But this, I would recommend getting this sweatshirt if you're going to get anything because it's really comfortable.
That'll be my next purchase.
Yeah. Crew neck. Really like it. Adidas fleece domain logo. Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't make any money on that. I have the prices all the way down so you guys can get our merch. Mystic Flame. Give Jefferson, get Puka, 225 first. He's a super team with Amon-Ra, Pittman, Tua, Etienne, McBride, and 725. Well, it's not a super team yet. It's a super value. But, oh, wow.
Super value. I like the sound of that.
Puka and 2 first, though? I'm letting you answer this one.
Give Jefferson and get Puka and 225 first. I'd like to know the format of this
I would
league.
too. That's honestly what I was
if it's a start 8, you got to take Jefferson, in my opinion. That's just my thing because I got to know the format here. So
this is a good question. Timothy says, will the 2024 class be better than 2023?
At this point in time, in January and February, sometimes even March, we always think this class is better than the previous one.
Yeah,
and then we kind of come back to reality once the NFL draft happens and we see players that
There
fall.
were so many good
we
receivers
see
and running
landing
backs.
spots.
Yeah.
Landing spots really can be killers. I mean, 2023, dude, I don't remember a draft where there were so many disgusting landing spots. And it really just ruined the outlook of
still,
players.
I mean, you had a ton of rookies that we didn't expect to like just completely go off. Rasheed Rice and Tank Dell, two really good examples.
Yeah. It would take a lot for 2024 to
be better. I agree. I think so too.
I mean, even
I think it has the
names,
potential, but I think there's potential
like
most years.
freaking Puka Nacua having the best rookie season of all time.
I doubt that 2024 tops that. But
I mean, think about all the non-first round wide receivers that increase in value. Demario Douglas,
Laporta,
Puka Nacua, Jaden Reed, Josh Downs, and Rasheed Rice. That's 5 right there.
Yeah.
And even Michael Wilson increased in value quite a bit. The tight ends, Laporta and Kincaid had very, very good rookie tight end seasons. Musgrave increased in value.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard for 2024 to beat that. I think the top of 2024 is better than the top of
Will Levis.
Even
maintained his value as a second-round quarterback. Achane.
Achane.
Goodness.
Yep. No, I'm going to say 23 class was better. Tom from Texas. What's up, Tom? Hope you're having fun in Texas. You have 105, 106.
Hi, Tom.
You have Stroud, AR, and Trey McBride. Who are you taking? Okay, cool. Wow. Okay. In a Superflex league, I'm going to assume this is Superflex until you say otherwise, Tom. In that format, I would take, depending on who falls, probably a quarterback. There's going to be a quarterback there. And then probably Rome Odunze.
Drake May is going to fall into your lap, and you're going to have to take him.
Take Drake May and Odunze. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
But more importantly, 1, 2, 3.
Take the value.
Captain King Grouch says, first stream. Oh, dude, appreciate it. And thanks for the super chat on your first stream, dude. Appreciate that. 12 team is a half PPR Superflex. You start 13. Nico and Mixon or 105 and Zamir White.
I'd take the 105.
Yeah. Edgar says, forgot to pen the message to Super Chat.
Yep, we got his question.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Yep, Pitts are the 110. 10-team Superflex tight end premium.
Pitts are the 110.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I'll take the 110.
Yeah, that's tough, man. But all right, read this one, Nathan.
Okay. Incognito Firearm says, JJ McCarthy will be a bust. Should be a late second, third round QB. Like mines. Thank you. Okay, like maybe this is one of my things too where I just like I can't stand a player for whatever reason. JJ McCarthy is one of those guys. Like he got on my nerves.
He's Nathan's new Justin Fields.
So I went to the college football, or the Big Ten championship was in Indy, like it always is here. And I went because it was going to be the last year that it was affordable, because they're going to have actual Big Ten championships now.
Right.
And so it was Iowa and Michigan. Iowa sucked and they were terrible. Dude, McCarthy was getting on my nerves all game long. And I know he looked better against Washington. I know he looked better in the playoff, but my goodness, like I did not like his pocket presence. He was not consistently accurate. He did not make good second and third reads. Like there's just so many red flags for me as a quarterback prospect. I could be so wrong. Who knows? But thank you. I appreciate it. I agree.
Matty Ice is here. What's up, Matty Ice? Got the blueprint a couple days ago. Hope you enjoyed it. For the 8-team, who or what should I try and sell A.J. Brown, Lamar, and Kenneth Walker for? All 3 of them combined? Woo! I mean, aim for the studliest of studs.
Mm-hmm.
There. Aim for Jefferson. CD Lamb. I'd keep Lamar. Did you tell him to sell Lamar?
Yeah, so I'll pull up his blueprint actually.
All right,
I'll
cool.
just look at it real quick because it's an 8-team.
Captain Kangaroo says he's Tenacious G on Flock. Dude, I didn't know that. What's up, man?
So it's an 8-team
Let's
super flex, and he has CJ Stroud, Lamar Jackson, and Kyler Murray. So I was like, you need to probably sell off one of those guys and down tier. And I wouldn't do it with Murray right now because he's not valued highly enough.
Yeah.
And honestly, the difference between Lamar and Kyler, from a fantasy perspective, is not that significant. So just get rid of the guy that has more market value right now. Down tier with Lamar Jackson, get rookie picks. So let me go back to the question.
Yeah. I got one for you, Grade. Want my league number? Yeah, if you sign up at flockfantasy.com/domain, you can drop your league number in the Team Blueprints channel there. MotherFlockers have access to that, and we'll grade your Dynasty team.
Give us your league settings, who you're starting, your rookie picks, all that. So who should I try and sell A.J. Brown, Lamar, and Kenneth Walker for? So if you're selling Lamar Jackson, again, I would go for Jared Goff plus, and I'm talking Jared Goff plus a lot, like a top 4 rookie pick, a cornerstone asset at the wide receiver position, one of the better running backs right now. And if you're selling Kenneth Walker, let me pull up Walker here, see where he's currently going. Help me out here. Who would you sell Kenneth Walker for? Would you take the 109 or Kenneth Walker?
Kenneth Walker, probably.
Yeah, you take Kenneth Walker over the 109.
So
what about the 108?
108.
All right, try and get the 108 or earlier for Kenneth Walker. I don't know if you could pull it off, but there's a possibility that you could target a T. Higgins. Actually, I think that's very possible there. So, yeah, there's some recommendations there for you.
Yeah, Matty Ice, dude, we appreciate you being a MotherFlocker over there. Love chatting with you. What do you think I can get for Josh Jacobs, says Matthew Rice?
I think you can get a... Do you think you can get a late first?
Try to get a late first, yeah.
Because he'll get a contract.
Yeah. Steven says currently own 102, 103, 104, 107, 109. Very nice. Already have a core of Lawrence, Richardson, Bijan, Chase London, Jason Pitts. My gosh. Would you trade any of the picks for proven assets?
Yeah, so we have a general rule of thumb with picks, and that is trade half and keep half. The ones that you're trading away are usually the later ones where you can trade back, get proven assets on top.
I'm actually going to give a hot take here. I'm not selling these picks.
Well, no, you don't sell them now.
Well, I'm saying I actually would be comfortable taking all 5 of these because I think the 102 through the 104, you're going to get crazy good assets there. The 107, you're going to take whoever falls out of that group. And then the 109 is not worth anything to sell right now because people are valuing it so low. So if the 109 increases in value, that would be the one I would want to sell.
Yeah, but think about how some of these picks are being valued. I mean, I've been seeing 104s go for Puka Nacua and like...
Yeah, so watch a video tomorrow, Steven. And if you can get those kind of deals, we'll do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Traded Trey McBride and Javonte for Kenneth Walker and Kincaid. Yeah, I like that. Good trade. All right, gonna check. All right, no, we're good. All right, let's go to do our second blueprint. And I put in the chat how you can get a blueprint. Flockfantasy.com/domain. Choose MotherFlocker Tier. This is from our guy Hunter. Hunter, appreciate you being a MotherFlocker over there, man. Loved getting to talk with you. And let's go over your team here real quick. Again, another fairly solid team here. Not good at running back, but what does that matter? This is a super flex league, 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 tight end, 2 flex. 1 flex is also just a wide receiver and a running back. And then you also have a kicker and defensive special teams, but we aren't going to grade those because it's just luck. And honestly, we advocate for you guys to take those out if you can. Hurts, Brees, Edwards, Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson, Mandrews, Tank Dell, Jaden Reed, and CJ Stroud. So some great receivers there and 2 great QBs, which will lead to your team build, which is right there, and it says Dual Elite QB. Dual Elite QB is your team archetype because you have Hurts, you have Stroud, and then on your bench, you need a solid backup quarterback. That's why we still gave him a 10 at I would give you a 9.5 to get a third quarterback. Just in case one of those guys get hurt.
Just in case.
But you don't get much better than Hurts and Stroud.
Or Hurts plummets because Kellen Moore sucks.
2 of the top 5 quarterbacks. It's ridiculous. But like I said, 10 out of 10 on quarterbacks. At running back, 5 out of 10 because you've got Brees, but then you've got Gus Edwards. And then after that, you've got I see Jay Williams. I think that's probably Javonte. That wouldn't be Javonte if it were. So that must be Jamal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
Jaleel McLaughlin, J.K. Dobbins, Keaton Mitchell. Yeah, I think you need some running back depth and a second startable option there. 9 out of 10 on receiver because you've got Jaden Reed, Tank Dell, Garrett Wilson, and Amon-Ra. So phenomenal wide receiver group. And then an 8 out of 10 on tight end because you've got Mark Andrews there. And on the bench, you have Irv Smith and Tucker Kraft. So having Mark Andrews here, elite tight end, that's what we're looking for. Your depth, 8 out of 10. You got, again, we read the running backs already. We got Odell Beckham, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Kadarius Toney, Josh Downs, Irv Smith, Jameson Williams. Some really solid depth in a 12-team league. So you're contending the first 2 years and reloading in the third year. We suspect you'll have to reload, but you are definitely a contending team. This team is built to contend, and it's built to contend very soon with cornerstone assets like Hurts, Stroud, Brees, Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson, Mark Andrews. I mean, that is such a good core. That is, you dream about that core in a dynasty team. You really do. Love it. So who are you trading? Garrett Wilson is one. We can trade Garrett Wilson for somebody with a safer situation. If you can trade Garrett Wilson for Puka, we're doing that. We are doing that.
Yep.
Brees Hall, safer situation. We can get some safety here. We have so much value. We can turn that into some safety for our dynasty teams. Jonathan Taylor. That would be a down tier.
Jonathan Taylor plus.
Plus.
Kyron Williams plus. And that's kind of the idea there.
And then Jameson Williams for some consistency. Older veteran guys are some guys that you could target there. Like, I think Stephon Diggs is in the neighborhood of Jameson Williams now, which is insane.
Jeez.
But be looking at that.
Especially with a big game that Jamo just had.
So not only do you have this really, really good team, you got the 102, 203, and you don't have your seconds for the next 2 years after that, but it doesn't matter because it's the 102 and 203. You're adding probably, well, I mean, whoever falls. If it's Marvin Harrison Jr., wow, you're broken. If it's Williams, you have 3 elite QBs. Either way, this becomes the best team in the league once the draft happens. You're in the middle and cornerstone rebuild, but again, it doesn't really matter because, you know. So in the suggestions, we, of course, have get a nice cheap QB like Stafford as insurance. You can get Stafford 10th, 11th round start price right now. It's a great point. You're looking good at wide receiver. Keep building out that position and invest in some running back values. There are some good values at running back. 3 of them on one of our videos this week, so keep an eye out for that. And if Marvin Harrison Jr. goes at 101, just take the value with Caleb. Or trade back and get even more value. This team's not going to, you're not going to beat this team for the next 3 years in a Dynasty Superflex. Yeah, in a 12 team, this team is ridiculous. Add some running backs here. Go add 2 of Mixon, Connor, and Jones, and this team's winning. I mean, it's going to mop the floor.
You'll be competing.
Yeah. Again, we appreciate you, Hunter. We appreciate you being a part of the flock. Glad we could do your blueprint live. We'll do all your blueprints live. If you guys want to sign up and get a blueprint, we will do one for you. Again, you have to sign up at flockfantasy.com/domain. You have to use code domain and choose the MotherFlocker tier to get a team blueprint, but we'll do a team blueprint for you. Go through, review your team, do all of the necessary items to make sure that you're getting a good team review, and then we'll review it on the stream. We'll do it live. Bill O'Reilly. Nobody's going to get that reference. Also, use code domain, you get 30% off, but that's how you unlock the blueprint. So flockfantasy.com/domain, choose MotherFlocker. All right, let's answer some questions.
Yeah, so
Trent?
Captain, or where Trent,
Would
the
you
steal.
guys agree?
Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Whoa, where are we at?
Yep.
Yeah, would you guys agree that the 103, 104 is the hardest spot to draft from? Feels like it's going to be almost entirely on the landing spots to decide between Neighbors, May, Daniels, or maybe Marvin Harrison Jr.
I don't think it's going to be hard.
I think it's going to be
great.
a really great situation to be in because you're going to have probably 3 or 4 different options where you really can't go wrong either way. You're going to have probably Daniels and May, where you could take either of those and be happy about it. Probably Neighbors to choose from, which you'd be happy about taking him. And if Bowers gets really good draft capital, heck, you could take him there, and I wouldn't have an issue with it. I think it's one big fat tier right around there. And maybe it's difficult to make a decision, sure, but from a value perspective, so loaded in that area, you're going to even have chances where people are going to offer you hauls to get in that tier, in that range.
Yeah, agreed.
Halliburton one. How many years do you guys think Tyreek is top 10? Speedsters usually fall fast and hard. Difficult to tell, obviously.
At least 2 more years.
At least 2. As long as
I
his
don't think he's
contract
going to
goes-
fall like that. I don't think he's your
Yeah.
typical speedster.
The encouraging thing with Tyreek Hill too is that was a concern earlier in his career. Like, hey, how well is this guy going to age? I personally think he's put those concerns to bed because of how much he really has improved as a true wide receiver, as a route runner, has very reliable, sure hands. Like I really am not worried about Tyreek Hill at all.
I'm really not either. Let's go to Xander's question. Xander says 12-team Superflex start 10. You have Kyler Murray, Lawrence, and Richardson. Wow. 103, 104. Trade out of my current QBs and draft Neighbors in one of May or Daniels, or do I trade down and get Odunze and Neighbors? Try to get Neighbors and then trade down is what I would do. I love your quarterback room. Love it.
Yeah.
Nikki says my team, this is your entire team. 10-team league. Let's see. Stroud, Burrow, Amon-Ra, A.J. Brown, Puka, Flowers, great wide receivers, JSN, and Watson. Wow, what? Bijan, James Cook, Pacheco, what? Wow. Hawkinson, Dalton, 105. Who are your quarterbacks? Stroud and Burrow. What in the world?
Yeah, you're looking
It's a
pretty,
10-team league, but it doesn't matter. That's a
looking
crazy
pretty
10
good.
team.
Yep.
That's a crazy 10 team. Nikki, good job. Appreciate you joining, Nicky.
Gavin said, wasn't there pass interference called on the Ayuk catch?
I don't believe there was.
They threw a flag and they picked it up.
There you go. Oh, Edgar says he just bought their yearly subscription. Boys, hey, what's up? How do I submit a team for a blueprint? So you're gonna do this to submit for your blueprint. I'll put the QR code while everybody.
Make sure you have the correct status. Make sure you're a domain MotherFlocker.
Yeah, make sure your account page on the website says code domain, and then you're going to press on the Discord button on the site to join the Discord. You're going to press the link Discord button on the account page. So go to your account page, press link Discord, and once you do that, go to the fantasy domain section, and then you'll see team blueprints. You'll drop your screenshots of your roster in the team blueprints channel. So again, go to your account page, make sure it says code domain, and then go and link your Discord, which is also on the account page, and then you'll go into the Discord, and you'll drop it in the team blueprints channel in the Discord. Y'all are more than welcome to sign up, flockfantasy.com/domain. Use code domain, 30% off, and also to get a team blueprint. So, speaking of Team Blueprint, Nathan, shall we do our last one?
We shall.
Okay.
We shall.
Pull this up. This one, I believe, was... This computer is driving me nuts tonight. Go.
Go.
Go. Transition.
Go.
I clicked on it. Go.
You got this.
It can do it. Go.
Go.
Dude.
Double click it. Oh, there
we go. Flockomatic, which is a pretty funny name.
It is pretty awesome. That's actually one of my favorites.
All right.
One of my favorite
Let's
names.
look at Flockomatic, Steve. Flockomatic, by the way, love having you over there, man.
So, just going to read the wide receiver core here. Drake London, Chris Olave, Tank Dell, and he's got Josh Downs, Demario Douglas, Michael Wilson. Your wide receiver factory. Pretty easy there. I really like the core of your wide receivers.
I do want to say, King Garage says, get this man a Stream Deck or two. I've got one right there, and I don't have a cable long enough to run it over here. So I do have a Stream Deck. I do the live streaming stuff for my job, but I don't have a cable for it yet, so I need to adjust. But that's just funny. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is a Superflex League, 10-team. And half PPR. So Anthony Richardson and Justin Fields as your core at the quarterback position. No one else after that. What are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing at
still
not you.
yeah.
Not you. You're good.
And then Breece Hall and James Cook as your best running backs as well. Like your tight end, Trey McBride, you're looking good there. David Montgomery in your flex, that's a solid flex option. Your depth is really solid. Again, I already mentioned some of it. Dalton Kincaid as your second tight end. I mean, in a non-tight end premium, you have 2 top 6 tight ends and Cole Kmet also. That's a very valuable tight end room. So one of the things I'm going to recommend that you do in your moves is, I mean, I've got you graded a 9 out of 10 at the tight end position because you have so many guys. 7 out of 10 with wide receivers, 6 out of 10 with running backs, and 7 out of 10 with quarterbacks. I love the upside you have in Anthony Richardson, the rushing upside of Justin Fields. Let's trade away one of Trey McBride or Dalton Kincaid. I'm going to recommend moving off of Trey McBride because he's more valuable right now, and I honestly think the situation long-term is more beneficial for Dalton Kincaid to produce at a higher level, potentially. Let's get a cornerstone wide receiver with Trey McBride. You're a wide receiver factory. Let's keep building off of that. Let's go get a T. Higgins or JSN. If you're looking for more consistency, James Cook, especially like I don't love his future outlook. He had a really good season. He had like 1,400, I think, all-purpose yards this year. Really good year. I don't see that being replicated, honestly. Maybe that's bad of me, but I trust Kyron Williams a lot more in a McVay offense.
Sure, yeah.
And by the way, T. Higgins is not a running back. He's a wide receiver.
That's interesting.
Justin Fields, let's get a safer long-term asset. Let's get Jared Goff plus. You can get a pretty significant amount of assets, draft capital thrown on top of Jared Goff if you're moving off of Justin Fields in this format. Yeah, Justin Fields, he's a decent price right now. He's not necessarily the sell of all sells, but if you're looking for long-term value insulation and safety at the quarterback position, especially when you have a lot of questions with Anthony Richardson, I don't feel safe owning both AR and Justin Fields. I think there's enough risk as there is with owning Anthony Richardson. So let's get some contract insulation with Jared Goff. You got the 101 in this class and the 201 and the 301. Heck, you don't even have to go and get Jared Goff. You can just get Caleb Williams.
Yep.
In a Superflex league. Now in a 10-team, quarterbacks in a Superflex league are a little bit valued less. So you may just want to go with Marvin Harrison Jr. there, honestly. Lots of people are going to be low on Williams, though. So if he goes first overall in the NFL draft, it's really hard to say don't take him regardless of your settings. I love your wide receivers. Just keep building on that position. And running backs with 2 to 3 guaranteed situation years are safe investments. So they don't have to be on the same team for the next 2 to 3 years. They have to have a pretty guaranteed, or they do have to be on the same team. That is the situation. But just because they're on the same team for the next couple of years doesn't mean they have a guaranteed situation. There's a lot of running backs that are like, hey, like Kenneth Walker, he's going to be on Seattle for the next couple of years. He does not have a guaranteed situation whatsoever. Kyron Williams does, and so does Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. All right. That's all the blueprints we're going to do tonight. Again, I'm going to tell you one more time, and then we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah.
We have our Dynasty rankings, our full Dynasty rankings, trade calculator, but our Discord, one-on-one access to our personalized advice. You get it in our DMs, and we can answer your questions anytime. We do a lot. It's what I do a lot. A team blueprint available for you.
You do.
Team blueprint available for you. You get in our listener Dynasty leagues, so you get in some fun Dynasty leagues. You get access to all of our exclusive articles and videos. Use code DOMAIN when you sign up at flockfantasy.com. You choose MotherFlocker Tier, and you use code DOMAIN, you get a blueprint. So we want to do a team blueprint for you. We want to help you build your team. You do those 2 things, and you get a team blueprint. Like I said, flockfantasy.com/domain. Use code DOMAIN. You have to use code DOMAIN to get a blueprint. Or if you're not a code DOMAIN user, there are no blueprints. It's something else. And choose MotherFlocker Tier. I think people get it, though. I think people get it. All right, everybody. Like I said, appreciate you guys joining us tonight. It's been a fun one. We'll be back probably Friday night. But everybody have a great week. We got 2 weeks until the last football game of the season, and the offseason has just begun. Dynasty season's in full swing. Again, appreciate all you guys joining us tonight. Thank you so much. Peace out. We'll see you later.
Go Chiefs.